Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation 20 Core, turn 8.5, Commonwealth. It is January 1940. Commonwealth has 2 tech rolls. First, I tried for radar at a 7 or higher. PB generated a 3, so I failed. Second, I tried for long-range aircraft at an 8 or higher. PB generated a 7, so I failed. Purchases. Great Britain has 17 IPP to spend. I will utilize the special ability Call to Arms to purchase 4 Colonial Infantry for 3 each, that's 12. 1 Marine for 4, that's 16, save 1 IPP. FEC has 9 IPP to spend. I will purchase 2 Gurkhas for 8 and save 1 IPP. Anzac has 3 IPP to spend. I will purchase nothing and save the 3 IPP. Combat movement. From C-Zone P59, 1 Dutch coastal sub will move to C-Zone P50 and conduct convoy raiding. I guess I'll start up, no? Yeah, okay, what it is from Gibraltar, 1 naval transport leaves port to C-Zone M2 carrying 1 Marine. It will move over through into M4. I reached out to Panzer J if he would like to declare war. I haven't heard back. I highly doubt he would want to declare war. Then goes into C-Zone M8 and drops off a Marine in Lower Egypt and goes in port in Lower Egypt. Meanwhile, a naval transport, the British naval transport that starts there in Lower Egypt will leave port to C-Zone M8, move through M4. The Italians could declare war if they'd like. I don't think they will. And then go to C-Zone M2 and go in port in Gibraltar. Up here in C-Zone A18, the destroyer and torpedo boat destroyer that are on coastal or on convoy escort duty there will go off convoy escort duty into this C-Zone. From C-Zone A20, a destroyer will go off convoy escort duty and move over to A18. So the subs could, at this point, as this guy's entering, the subs could choose to fight these 3 units. I don't think that Panzer J will want to do that. Then both of these destroyers will go on convoy escort duty, and this torpedo boat destroyer will move 1, 2, 3 to C-Zone A21 and go in port. Oh no, it's not going to do that. Never mind. It's going into C-Zone A27. Change of plans. That's where I wanted it to go. So it'll join the little task force in C-Zone A27. All right. I think that's it for the Atlantic. East Poland. In East Poland, 1 infantry will move to Slovakia. That's worth 1. Great Britain goes to 28. Germany drops to 39. All right. That's it for my combat movement. I've only got the 1 combat to roll. That's the Dutch coastal sub. So I get a +1. Red is the attacker, white is the defender. So 1 point of damage to the Japanese. Okay, Japan. I have Japan with 46. Non-combat movement. From southern England, oops, that's not on camera. From southern England, that naval transport will leave port to C-Zone A21. It will strategic naval move to A22, pick up the Marine there. And then strategic naval move down to A44, drop off the Marine in Gibraltar, and go in port in Gibraltar. From Gibraltar, one naval transport will leave port to Sea Zone A44, move up to Sea Zone A21, and go in port in southern England. From Sea Zone A20, the other destroyer will come off escort duty and move to Sea Zone A27. From Sea Zone A27, 2 destroyers will move to Sea Zone M2. Similarly, from that same Sea Zone A27, 2 heavy cruisers will leave and come down to M2. That means that in Sea Zone A27, all I've got is 2 light carriers, one of them with a fighter, a destroyer, and 2 torpedo boat destroyers. From Sea Zone A28, 2 destroyers will come off escort duty and move to Sea Zone M2. Let me check my notes, see if there's anything else I'm missing in the Atlantic. Okay, from Sea Zone M2, 1 submarine will move to Sea Zone M4. From Sea Zone M2, 1 submarine will move to Sea Zone M8. Okay. From Gibraltar, the medium bomber is going to fly down to Mauritania. So 1 to A44, 2 to A46, 3 to A48. I guess I don't need to do that. I can just land in Mauritania from A46. From Lower Egypt, 1 seaplane will fly to Southwest Africa. 1 to Western, well, I guess 1 to, 1 to Western Egypt, 2 to Sudan, 3 to Belgian Congo, 4 to Rhodesia, 5 to Bucanaland, 6 to Southwest Africa. From Cape Town, 1 infantry moves to Southwest Africa. From Cape Town, 1 infantry moves to South Africa. From southern India, 1 infantry moves to Calcutta. From Sea Zone P61, 1 submarine moves to Sea Zone P44. 1, 2, 3 to Palau up there. It's right here. Placement of units. Anzac didn't purchase anything. They collect 7, plus they saved 3, so they'll have 10 in the bank. FEC builds 2 Gurkhas in Bengal. They collect 14, plus 1 saved, 15 in the bank. Great Britain has 4 colonial infantry to place. One will go in Cape Town and one will go in South Africa. Then you still have 2 more to place. One will go in Transjordan, and one will go in Lower Egypt. And that just leaves a Marine to be placed in London. Okay. Great Britain collects 28, plus 3 for the Suez Canal, plus 1 saved is 32 for next turn. Okay, I have a recruitment roll for the Netherlands and a recruitment roll for Iran, and I need to get ones with both of them. God, I wish that had been my tech roll. I rolled an 11 for the Dutch and a 9 for the Iranians. Okay, we now start Free France's turn. They don't have any income, they have nothing to spend, they don't have any combat movement, non-combat movement. From Sea Zone A19, 1 torpedo boat destroyer comes off escort duty, moves to Sea Zone A21, and goes in port in southern England. From Sea Zone A21, 1 fighter comes off map and lands in southern England. Similarly, down here in Sea Zone A21, 1 medium bomber comes off map, lands in Gibraltar, in Sea Zone M4, 1 French destroyer comes off escort duty, moves to Gibraltar, goes in port in Gibraltar. In Sea Zone M4, 1 naval transport, strategic naval moves, 1 space to M8, 2 to I5, 3 to I4, 4 to I3, 1 to I1, and goes in port in South Africa. And I think that's everything for the French, so I collect 5 IPP for next turn. All right, disposition. In Sea Zone A18, I have 2 destroyers on escort duty. In Sea Zone A27, I have 2 light carriers, 1 with a fighter, 1 that has nothing, a destroyer, and 2 torpedo boat destroyers. In northern England, I have a militia. In southern England, I have 4 militia, an airborne infantry, an anti-aircraft artillery, a French fighter, a British fighter, and an air transport. In port in southern England, I have a French torpedo boat destroyer and a British naval transport. In London, I have 3 militia, 1... Oh crap, oh boy. Is this not working?